What is up, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you guys with a quick stream video. I'm not going to be very long with this one, but I saw something interesting earlier from ESPN while I was at work earlier, and I wanted to give one of my quick thoughts on it too. And then also some other news that not only is the Big Ten canceling its football season, but also so is the Pac-12, which means there will be no Apple Cup this year late in November. No, between Washington and Washington State. No Civil War between Oregon and Oregon State. It's a pretty crazy year because of this COVID-19 thing. Like, I'll get to the article first too, but they're both of them are to source Pac-12 joins Big Ten and canceling. Hold on, I gotta hit the screen share really quick. Let me just get that on there too. And hold up. Basically, got to share the screen. Application window. Hold on a second. Let me get that. And I'll also hit the share audio too. And so basically now I'm on here. Can y'all see that really quick? Just want to be sure y'all can see that. Yep. All right. So source the Pac-12 also will join this was Yahoo Sports. The Pac-12 has canceled fall football this season. Has canceled the fall football season. Multiple sources told Yahoo Sports the league is scheduled to make an announcement formal on Tuesday afternoon, continuing a day of seismic news in sports. The decision comes soon after the Big Ten announced that it has canceled its fall football season in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, and both leagues plan to attempt to play in the spring, which is very interesting only because of this. From what I got to say about this is because of, the NFL draft being in the spring in late April and that too. And there's going to be a lot affected by this if they don't, with them not playing in the fall. And what I really feel for the seniors, because for the seniors in college playing in their final years on their respective college teams, it's basically make or break to raise their draft stock. And for some of these other quarterbacks like Trevor Lawrence, and you'll see the others when I get into the next thing for the video, that what I'll talk about too, basically. So it's basically all make or break for this college football season, big time. So, and then of all the major conferences, the Pac-12 was viewed as the most likely to cancel the fall. The league was building sentiment toward this decision last week, but remained wary of being the first league to head in this direction. The Big Ten decision, a little over an hour earlier, gave them the company they needed to head to the sidelines, and the Pac-12 decision marks the fourth FBS conference to cancel college football this fall. Overall, 53 of the 130 programs in college football have canceled their seasons. So that's that for basically the for the Pac-10 for the Pac-12 and Big Ten one. And then now basically, I don't think there'll be a Rose Bowl either, Trevor Maguire. So this is gonna. Hey Noah, you want to come on? Noah, I wanted someone in on this. Noah Bolter, hang in there. I want to get you in this one too. I want to try and invite Mr. Noah Bolter in because I want to get his take on this too. So Noah, I want you in the stream with me, man. All right, so here we go. And let me just put it right in here. Noah, I want you on here, so get on this quick. It'd be cool to do it with two people, to have a second person in there, because I'm pretty sure Noah saw this too. Noah, get in here if you're still on here. Come on, Noah. Need you to get in backstage. So yeah, Pac-12 and the freaking Big Ten so far, the only two to freaking cancel their seasons so far too. And then the question is how many others follow, and it's going to be an interesting take. And I want to get Noah Bolter's take on this too. So Noah, if you just get in the backstage thing, that'd be great, So yeah, I'm getting to that part, Beanie, because there's a lot of interesting takes in this, man. Whew. Yeah. So, and this is the video right here I want to share too. I got this video I want to share too. So let me just stop the screen share really quick and just get a new screen share on this one really quick. And all right. And then basically going into a YouTube video on this one too, which will make it interesting too. Noah. Oh, he's doing housework. Never mind. So I'm gonna just so yeah, forget about the whole thing with yeah. So I'm gonna just go right to the video because I know I wanted to get someone on here to do this with me. But here's the interesting takes. I'm gonna play this video now. Keep in mind I do not own the copyrights to this footage, but here it is right here. Burrow said he might be looking for a job if this happened last year. Mel Kiper, this is an interesting take here. And that's exactly what I mean by when I say it's a freaking blind draft, too, is because of how less valuable it makes the draft picks, especially, too. Let's get back more into this, too. Oh, shoot. I'm about to start that over. Let me just see if I can get the shared audio on there, too. Yep, hold on. Sorry about that. Share audio. And yep, here we go. All right, let me know if you can hear it now. I guess got to start over.
For all college athletes right now, I hope their voices are heard.
Can y'all hear it now?
If this happened a year ago, I may be looking for a job right now. And no one made more money than Joe Burrow did with last season.
Yeah.
So I read in my favorite.
All right, y'all can hear that now, right?
Who's the general manager of my team, and Mel Kiper, who is the guru.
So I got the share audio on.
Forever. Mike T, I'll start with you. If there is no college football season, how does that impact if you're a general manager next year's draft?
And I stated this earlier before I found out about the no.
We take an inexact science and make it even murkier. Talking to a couple of teams last night around the league, Greeny, it just makes draft choices next year less valuable because you just don't know what you're getting. And you alluded to someone like Joe Burrow. This time a year ago, we didn't even know who Joe Burrow was. You've mentioned that before.
And we're not even going to know who some of these other quarterbacks coming into next season are going to be too because of this. I mean, and for seniors, like I mentioned, make or break. And then for these other upcoming quarterbacks that are trying to raise their draft stock, because we all know next year, whoever wins the number one pick in the draft is probably most likely going to get Trevor Lawrence or whoever needs a quarterback too. So that's another thing too.
Before Greeny, he was a failed quarterback at Ohio State. He had a very average first year at LSU, and the rest is history. So there's going to be some players that, unfortunately, if we don't play college football this season, we're going to miss the Joe Burrow stories this year.
No question. Mel, how about from your perspective, what would the impact be on the NFL draft if they don't play college football this fall?
Also think about Kyler Murray, how far he moved up and where he was regarded in August prior to his final year becoming number one pick. Same thing with Baker Mayfield. Like that third
Mel Kiper
becomes the number one pick overall. I think you look at how you evaluate players will be different if there's no season. You have to go back and evaluate them prior to this season, obviously, but the kids who would have.
So they're going to have to go back and look at film from basically this last recent college football season, which was in 2019, to try to reevaluate the upcoming talent from when they were juniors, So that's what else makes it pretty tough to evaluate talent if you're a GM or a scout, especially if you have to go watch them in the spring, this coming in 2021. Which I think hopefully this virus will be gone by the time, because but yeah, let's get back to it.
Have been first-time starters, kids coming off an injury, coming off a year they were a nickelback, they were a key reserve, special teams. This was going to be their year, which means you have to talk to the coaches, position coaches at those schools, say, hey, who are some of those guys, or nobody else knows, are ready to emerge that we haven't seen on the field because we weren't able to see them play this year, that we should maybe take a chance, take that leap of faith on. Also, draft choices, moving up, moving down. Those third, fourth rounders now will be a little iffy, where before they were more defined. So will you be looking for draft choices the following year to move out of there? Will you be looking more opportunity to move up? and target a guy that you don't necessarily have as much information on. I think a lot of it will go, to the information you already have, plus those relationships with those college coaches, I think will help the NFL immensely.
Mel, how about
Mel is really knowledgeable when it comes to this stuff. You got to give Mel Kiper Jr. the props he deserves on what he does for real.
the possibility that there is some sort of season in the spring, one that might run right up to the NFL draft? We'd be talking about, I don't know who's playing in that, but they wouldn't be in the combine, all that. What impact would that have, do you think, on the process?
I would wonder what first and second rounders would feel the need to risk injury playing in the spring with the draft coming up. If you get hurt there, it impacts your rookie season.
That's another thing. Playing in the spring and getting hurt, if you like tear an ACL or an Achilles or something worse than that, it is definitely going to heavily affect your drafts, affect the draft stock of that player, especially playing in the freaking spring. So, damn, that's how crazy it is because of this pandemic.
But guys like Jamie Newman, quarterback moving from Wake Forest to Georgia, he really needs to showcase that talent to really move up. A guy like Jabril Cox moving from North Dakota State, a great linebacker to LSU, needs that year. Tony Poljan, tight end out of Central Michigan, moving to Virginia,
Danny, I agree.
needs that year. So some guys like that will feel, hey, I got to play in the spring. But the other guys who are defined first rounders, I think will pretty much opt out and not risk that injury.
And Mike T, let's not even just think about the players who move up. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the first pick in the draft regardless.
Obviously.
Of what happens. So let's just say for the sake of argument that he is. But how about all the development that he loses? If you're drafting him, he loses a full season. This is a guy who should be playing another year of college football, all those starts and everything else. How does that impact the development of these players?
It's a great point. Your expectations have to be managed. Next year, there could be some bumps in the road in terms of not playing for a full year. And let me bring that into context. You're a big, big Jet fan. They just acquired 2 first-round picks.
And here it is for the Jets with what he mentions the Jets with acquiring the 2 first-round picks because of this 2021 draft. Here it is.
I'm Joe Douglas, the general manager of the Jets. I'm thinking, should I call Jacksonville or Baltimore right now and see if I can get Matthew Judon or Yannick Ngakoue and get a proven pass rusher? Because if I draft a guy next year who doesn't play this year, he may not impact that team until the end of 21, maybe 2022. So am I better off giving up one of these first-round picks and get some instant sort of value for him during this season? So the permutations are really somewhat complex, and I think we're going to see some unusual trades this year because their picks next year just won't be as valuable if, in fact, we don't play college football this season.
It's an important point.
Now, basically what I want to get with this part right here is this, for what he's saying, because of this draft being blind, how much more better does that make our trade for Jamal Adams look? Tell me that. How much more better? Pete and John, I think Pete and John, they knew this was coming, and they knew big time, and I think they baited the Jets into that, knowing that there's going to be no value in that 2021 first-round pick next year because they knew because of this pandemic with college football most likely being canceled. Man, I'll tell you what, how much better does this freaking make? How much more? And I even said it earlier, man. It makes us look freaking good. I think it makes the Seahawks look pretty damn good for that Jamal Adams trade. And Pete Carroll and John Schneider know that they are feeling like pretty much big time badasses right now for it. This right here, in my opinion, the one thing I want to touch up on with Jamal Adams is that this makes our fucking trade for Jamal Adams look so freaking good right now. And keep in mind, what if the Jets do decide to fish away that freaking first round pick to freaking Baltimore for freaking Matthew Judon, or freaking make that call to freaking Jacksonville and freaking trade it for Yannick Ngakoue? And plus, that's some interesting thoughts to think about, you know? But yeah, the important thing was that I wanted to touch up on with this video was how much that this freaking cancellation for college football and that too, with how it affects the 2021 draft, how good this freaking makes the Jamal Adams trade now, man. It makes it look pretty fucking damn good. Just got to say that. But anyway, this was a short stream. Just thought I'd come out with that with with a Sam Dog, the infamous 253 hot take on an ESPN topic, and obviously the college football season being canceled. I'll play the rest of this for you guys really quick. Oh, wait, yeah, let me just, let me just rewind back a little bit. So, yeah, let me just add this back really quick. Sorry about that. I wanted to play the rest of this out for you guys.
Well, I've got 45 seconds left. What's the other thing that, or any other thing that you think fans should be thinking about right now as we work?
Trevor McGuire, I agree.
Well, I think if no season, I think you mentioned Trevor Lawrence. Justin Fields, quarterback of Ohio State. He showed a little Patrick Mahomes with a season, normal season. Could he have challenged for that top pick? Things like that, I think, and I mentioned some of those transfers would be critical to see how they would have performed in that new environment, in a new conference, with a different team in a different situation. So I think those are things you hope you see this year. If you don't have a season, it's going to be really challenging for those NFL personnel departments to try to get it right come late April.
And that's pretty much it right there. There you have it, man. So if I'm Pete Carroll and John Schneider right now, I'm feeling pretty badass about it, man. And Danny Shope, I agree, man. I agree. I mean, no disrespect to my friends that are Jets fans, like Gangrene David. No disrespect to him, but that's just the way that I gotta freaking take that look at it. I don't know if Brendan Nelson is taking a look at it right now on this. I texted him the video. I texted my buddy Anish the video talking about it. But man, I'll tell you what. This freaking, I know I said it too many times, but I'm going to say it one more time. This freaking makes our trade for Jamal Adams look so freaking good. Anyway, give me your thoughts in the comments down below once this uploads. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up on this. I appreciate you all, man, especially for making this my 1,000K dream a reality. Love you all, man. And as usual, Sam Dog, the infamous 253. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks.